Well, no one really is there for you as much as like your family is, to be honest with you. And as a queer kid growing up, it having another queer person in the house with you was all I really needed, to be honest, to feel validated for who I was. And like I said, like having like another gay cousin there made me feel um not different from the rest of my family. And like just growing up in like a family who, well, just a little backstory. We lived in a five-bedroom home of like 23 people. And so, with that being said, like all those 23 people that I was living with always knew that I was gay ever since I was like a little boy. And so it was really that. And like I like to think that like I owe what I have today to my family because they accepted me for who I was. And I really don't, I can't even imagine how my life would be like if I wasn't accepted by my family, to be honest. And I honestly see sometimes, like, obviously you watch Drag Race, but there's like Drag Race that go there and their family don't know that they do drag. And it always like intrigued me because like how do you, first of all, like how the fuck do you hide all that? Because I can't even like I couldn't even hide like my makeup when I was like in fifth grade. So I don't know how the fuck. But yeah, to answer your question, family is so fucking important because they're really all you have. Period. End of story. And sometimes like it's so hard for me to speak on this because I can only imagine what it's like to have a family that doesn't accept you. Like I said, I can't even imagine how I would be like, or how my life would be like, or where my career would be, even if I even would have a career without my family's acceptance, really. Oh, girl. Oh my gosh. The first time I saw my mom's makeup bag, that was probably my first time experimenting with makeup. But the first time I wore makeup out and proud and at school was probably, like I said, in fifth grade. I didn't accidentally, I freaking shaved my brows to have like a slit, and I took off one too many, and I looked like I had half my brows. You know how the queens does their like half brow thing? It literally looked like that. And I took my mom's makeup bag. I used her mascara. As to draw my freaking eyebrows, and then by the time recess came, I sweated it all off, and my teacher actually ended up calling my mom about it. Not because I was wearing makeup, but because I had like no eyebrows. But yeah, probably in fifth grade. But the first time that I saw someone wearing another guy wearing makeup was probably Manila Luzon, because I would say like that was my first like makeup not real like my first makeup awakening, I guess, is when I realized like, oh, guys can wear makeup too. And Manila Luzon is actually the capital and the city of the Philippines. So I'm from the Philippines, and Manila, like it was just so cool to see someone that finally looks like me, is Asian, with the same fucking type of Asian as me, has a fucking name that I'm familiar with, and they wear makeup. And I honestly feel like if I didn't see Manila in fucking sixth grade, I wouldn't know that I could wear makeup. So I honestly owe a lot of like my makeup confidence to Manila. And honestly, I as many times as I met Manila, I don't think I've ever like expressed that to her and how much she means to me and my career. And one day I just want to sit down with her, maybe smoke a joint, and like talk about her how much she impacts my life. But yeah, I don't even think they realize how much lives they touch by just being drag queens.
And also, Raja was like the makeup artist on America's Next Top Model and stuff.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, you clocked that. She's also just like a fucking supermodel. Like her walks, honestly, she's like the first. I honestly do think that she was like the first fashion girl on Drag Race. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, I think after Raja was on Drag Race, I think
They've always had like at least one fashion girl in every season, huh? After all. I think it's just so awesome how times have changed. I remember when I would walk into Walgreens when I was young, and it was all like girls modeling these like makeup products, and now it's so cool to see, like, you walk in a beauty store and you see guys modeling makeup now, and it's so cool to just see more men in makeup, to be honest. And it being my fucking face is just another type of like what the fuck, how the hell did we get here? I can't even, like, sometimes when I see my face in stores, it's like I don't want to accept that it's me, so I just pretend that I don't know who that person is, and I'm just like, wow, a gay person at Ulta, like, cool. And I just pretend that it's not me, because I it's almost as if, like, it's so surreal, and it feels so fake that I'm like, okay, I'd rather just pretend that that's not me. And, like, I don't know, I'm still in disbelief that I'm in Sephora or, like, in these beauty stores. It's so weird. I can't answer that question without, like, feeling flustered, because I honestly don't even think it's real sometimes. Like, how
Yeah.
times have changed, if you really think about it. Like, girl, there's guys in makeup stores now. Oh my god. And to say, at least I could at least say that I was one of the ones that, like, pioneered men in makeup. I'm not saying I'm the, because obviously there's so many other male that were wearing makeup before me, but it's just so cool that I get to say that I was a part of the movement. So I moved to America when I was 8 years old. I grew up in the Philippines, and it's a very Catholic-based country, and there it wasn't accessible for me to see other gay people out and proud like how I am now in America. Like, there's so many gay people. It's so accessible. You can open your phone and see, like, so many gay people on your phone. And so, honestly, to be honest with you, the only queer icons, I guess, or, like, inspirations that I had growing up were, like, you. Like, my babysitter was gay, and, like, my parents even still today fucking think that I'm gay because I had a gay babysitter. But I honestly don't think it's that, because he babysat my brother, and my brother's not gay. But yeah, to be honest with you, growing up, I didn't have that much access to see other gay queers, and so I can't really say, like, oh my gosh, there was so many, like, movies that I watched with, like, gay people, and, like, no, girl, my gay icons were fucking Powerpuff Girls, and, like, they weren't gay, but to me they were. They were family. And so, honestly, it was just probably just be my babysitters and, like, the cartoons I watched. Because honestly, I feel like a lot of, like, gay aesthetic is very, like, cartoon. Like, we're all so over the top and, like, colorful and, like, I don't know. Yeah, those were my gay icons growing up. Cartoons and my babysitter. I really don't even think that I have to explain why it's important. It's important because they are, regardless of their gender, regardless of what they do, they are our brothers and our sisters. We owe so much to them that I think, especially us other gay queers, like, we owe so much to our drag queens, and, like, we just owe them so fucking much. Like, from the way we do our makeup, from the way we dress, and, like, just the rights that we have today, regardless if they're, like, entertainers or not, they are our brothers and sisters, and they fought for our rights. They are continuously fighting for our rights more than other gay people are. Honestly, to be honest with you, drag queens are literally the forefront of a lot of LGBTQ rallies. And to be honest, to say the least, like, this is literally the fucking least we could do for them, is to help them, especially at this time. To be honest, this is the least we could do for everything that they've done for us. To be honest with you, it's a no-brainer. Like, Fred, I honestly don't even think that I have to explain why it's important for influencers to literally do the one job that they have, which is to fucking influence. Literally. And a lot of influencers take that term and really don't even influence good things. Like, sometimes I'm like, you're an influencer, but what exactly are you influencing people to do? You know what I mean? So to be honest with you, it's important to freaking use our jobs to influence good things, is because like people love to see people that they look up to do things, and then they start doing. It's just literally a chain of reaction. If I'm talking about Black Lives Matter, if I'm talking about LGBTQ rights, then I don't know who it's gonna reach, but it might reach someone that's going to influence more people too as well, because it is a chain of reaction. You're influencing one person, then that person influences the other person, and pretty soon hopefully everyone gets the message. And it's really that, like, I think it's important for influencers to just fucking do their job. Influence, period. There's really no explanation. Also, it's just so I hear so many excuses from like other influencers talking about like, oh, I don't want to talk about it because I would lose, like, I'm pretty sure you've seen these, but they say shit like, I don't want to lose brand deals, and I don't want, and I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna lose a brand deal for simply fucking fighting for human rights? I don't get it. And if a brand was really to drop you because of you speaking about human fucking basic rights, literally, we're not even asking for fucking anything. We're literally just saying we just want equality, really, at the end of the day. Like, why would you want to work with a brand that's against equality? Is my question. So then, at the end of the day, the problem really is silence. The problem is not speaking about it. So if you're not talking about it, sweetie, you are the problem. You are why we are doing what we're doing today, because people are too silent and not willing to speak up about it. And if you really was wanting to be silent about it, at least like be silent and support. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be silent, at least retweet things. At least go out and march. At least donate. If you're not gonna talk about it, then do something about it.